Today I'm going to work with dual tip marker pens from Ohuhu. This is a 60, I think it is 60 marker set, and these markers are water soluble ones. So they are actually pretty thin when you see them. On one side you have there is a brush side, and on the other side it is a fine liner tip. So you can see it here. Yeah, it's good visible. And yeah, so I will compare them to the highest brand that I have. So it is the Faber Castell Albrecht Dürer watercolor marker. So we will see how do they perform on the paper. Do they leave the marks? Are they 100% soluble? Do they reactivate with the water and stuff like that? So I hope you will enjoy it. The brush of the Ohuhu markers feels really nice. It is a little bit stiffer than the Faber Castell, which I also have, but still it lays down color nicely, and you can dissolve the color with the water really well as well. And there was a difference in the saturation of the color when I was using the Faber Castell. You could see immediately that the Faber Castell was more saturated, but the colors were really nice also from the Ohuhu. What I noticed was when I was using, for example, the yellow color, again it was really nice, but the line where I stopped coloring with the marker, it was a little bit harder to dissolve the line from the Ohuhu markers than from the Faber Castell, where there was no line at all. I then tried to see if I can reactivate the color, and I was able to move a little bit more from the Ohuhu markers, the color around, than from the Faber Castell. I was actually, with the Ohuhu markers, I was able to almost remove all the color from the paper, but from the Faber Castell, which I noticed was that the color was almost permanent. So it did move a little bit after some time, but where the layer of the color was thin, I was not able to move color around. While with the Ohuhu marker, even with a thin layer of the color, I was able to remove the color. So let's take a look how the colors work when you are really painting something. And here I drew a leaf and used the green and the dark green and the bright green color and mixed them together. And it was really nice. The colors mixed really well. There was no problem mixing the colors. I was able to move them around, and what I found really nice, I love it, that these markers have this fine liner tip, because then you are able to make these really thin lines, which I think other markers actually do not have. They all have the fine tip, which is much broader. But this was really nice with these markers, that I had this fine line tip. The only bad thing maybe is that there is a line on the border of your drawing when you color, but what I found really positive was that you can reactivate these colors. So even though you have this borderline, you can still remove it. And then I tried the Ohuhu, the Faber Castell markers, and because I did not have the green colors, I mixed the yellow and the blue, and as you can see here, the mixing of those colors was really nice, and you get really nice green colors. And as you can see, I was missing here this fine liner tip, which Ohuhu had, but the positive thing here is that you really don't have borders, some harsh borders, and that is really nice. For the comparison, I then decided to mix also the Ohuhu, the green, the yellow and the blue color in order to see if I'm able to mix the colors to get some new colors. And I was really surprised how well these colors mix, and also I really did like the end result. So I was also able to mix the really thin lines with these two colors that they look like green. So that was uh, really positive about these markers. Here you can again see with the Ohuhu the lines that open the border, and the Faber Castell does not have those lines. And as you saw, we can really reactivate the Ohuhu markers well. The Faber Castell are almost permanent after you lay them down. I just have to say that these markers are really thin, so they probably will not last a long time, but the colors that I tried, they were really nice. And here I just decided to make a quick drawing, a sketch of a bottle to see how I am able to work with the colors and how they perform. And at the end, I have to say, I was really impressed with the Ohuhu brush markers. Actually, I mean, brush watercolor markers. I do have to say that because these are watercolor markers. So they were really nice. I was able to put more colors. So when I already wetted the paper and had some color there, I was able to go again with the marker inside and then move the color around. So that was really nice. So if you want to try the brush watercolor markers, I think these ones are a really good choice. And then later, if you do decide to make some more serious work, or you just want to have better supplies, then you can buy Faber Castell or some other watercolor markers. But I think for the beginners to try out, these are really good, and the price is also not much, and they cost, I would say, per marker, the 1/10 of the Faber Castell marker. So it does really pay off to buy them and try them out, and then you can see if you like this kind of drawing and painting. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want, you can check other reviews that I did, and then see you next time. Bye.